Do people vacuum here?
Do people vacuum here?
What?
People?
Actually, he's the only one that does vacuum here.
Okay, as long as someone's vacuuming.
Okay.
Okay.
I just threw some crumbs in there. That's what I was asking.
What else is new?
Welcome to Curiosity Public. Dutch.
Jules.
This is super pious. Dylan the Pious the Sixth.
Where's your cup, man? You gotta use your cup.
Oh,
It's not
someone
the cup
stole
of
the
a
cup of the...
carpenter.
All right. He's all set for this drink through because, yes, we are back with another one of our world...
Drink out of that.
Let me emphasize that. World famous drink throughs.
Stop stealing.
And yeah, this is actually there was a request for this drink through. Should I look up who requested it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Ben, one of our producers, actually asked us about Woodford Batch Proof.
Great taste.
And
Right?
said, hey, maybe a drink through of all the batches you guys have would be fun. And as it turns out, we have all of the batches.
That's my jam.
And we decided to be crazy and just do a drink through of a very high proof bourbon today.
It's like a Tuesday.
Yeah, we got a long filming day ahead of us, which is going to get interesting. All right, let's talk really quickly what we have here. So this started in, what was this, 2018 was the first year?
Yes, I believe so. Uh-oh.
What kind of a Mickey Mouse production is this?
I don't know, man. Wait, what are you looking for? Yeah, it's... I don't know why you're questioning my thing.
I don't know, you seem so unsure of yourself.
No, I said 2018. I don't know why you're asking. Here, I wanted to prove it to you right here.
No.
Thanks. Anyway, so we have 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, both of these, 2023 and 2024. So every single release, as far as I know, there may be some other like one-off ones like that 118, 119 proof ones down there that we'll talk about when we get to it. But this bottle right here started it all. So let's kick things off with the 2018 release. Okay, so clocking in at a very impressive 125.8. We'll show you what the bottle looks like here. 125.8. This is the bottle that Dylan preferred to George T. Stagg back in the day in our old Bourbon Guild videos. He denies it,
Perhaps.
but it's pink is George.
Yeah! I'm the winner! I'm the winner! Woodford Reserve Batch Proof in your face, Buffalo Trace!
I think you need to take off the hat, Mr. Dillon.
I'm the winner!
This is
Woodford Batch Proof!
Clear unanimous decision. The Bourbon Guild prefers Woodford Batch Proof to George T. Stagg, even though only 50% of us could tell which one is which.
Richards!
We have proof.
On camera.
Yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. So, the mash bill is 72 corn, 18 rye, and 10 malted barley. And
No age statement.
No age statement. But when they started, they said they wanted to quote celebrate the flavor nuances contributed through a change in finishing presentation and tell the unique Woodford Reserve story of proprietary batching. That is why it's called batch proof. I think we're fans.
I'm a big fan.
I like the original bottle style. I also like the new bottle style. I also do have the entire collection at home. I think unfortunately, I'm not going to do this anymore, but yearly I would buy it in cases of it. So
It's a great bottle.
Yeah.
And I think when this 125 came out and when we decided to blind it, I don't think any of us expected it to be as close
Right.
as it was to George T. Stagg. But if you just want to have a full spectrum bourbon, high proof, hitting you with everything, I mean, this is one I always go back to.
it smells incredible.
Let's give it a nose, guys.
It is
Oh, man.
incredible.
Well, I believe this is the very bottle that we poured on that fateful night back in 2018.
The George T. Stagg
You know
controversy.
why this rises above it has a floral component that I miss in bourbon. The stuff that used to be in regular production, Elijah Craig 12-year. The stuff that we used to have when bourbon sat around, and so they were able to blend in older aged bourbon.
Well, that's the really fascinating thing about Woodford for me is that I don't think they use very old stuff.
Yeah.
Their stuff just matures quickly.
It is amazing. I mean, let's start with the grape. And then, you know what? What's amazing about it is I feel like it almost jumps to the jam. And there's this sugary component that just kind of wows you right at the beginning. And then it trails off, but you don't get overwhelming wood. You get that Woodford wood, which is a nice, delicate,
Subtle.
balanced oaky aroma.
Yeah, subtle oaky. But you're right in that I always experience with Woodford like that jump of, I mean, you kind of get the raw grape, and then boom, jam.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's always an interesting
And then that floral
tail.
bit.
Yeah.
Palate?
It's nostalgic in a way. Because when I was nosing it, like, I got the jam first, and then there was like a beautiful bouquet of flowers coming in. And you say, whoa, this is not something that I typically see in, first of all, barrel proof or high proof stuff.
Yeah.
And then not something that's like batched in this manner. Right?
Man, the palate. It just hits everything.
It's like
Well, what's
cherry
amazing with this
cola.
with the high proof is
It's
the
cherry
balance
cola.
on it.
Yeah.
Because it is
Balanced,
so
and it hits
balanced.
all those major flavor categories
Yeah.
so
well.
clearly.
Yeah.
And you can pick them all out, the fruits, the spices, the woods, the sugars. It's just, it's beautiful.
I want to say that, you know, again, rose-colored glasses, I suppose, but I feel like the mouthfeel on this allows it to kind of temper the heat that you typically get in high proof. And so when I drink this, I'm like, am I drinking like 80 proof, 82 proof?
You don't taste it
You know,
at
stuff
all.
like that.
I mean,
And I can be sitting here and
You can
like,
tell it's
you
high
know,
proof,
this is
but-
like 80 proof, right?
I don't know, man.
really? I'm getting...
I get it after,
Like a one-
but not during. It's like, you know, normally a lot of times you can tell immediately. But this, man,
No,
for
it's
me,
a very
just let it
rich
sit.
flavor, but it's not a high proof alcohol.
No, like not
flavor,
in your face. Yeah.
right?
It's not punching.
Yeah.
You. That's why, man, this could sneak up.
delicious.
This is not, you know, this is not.
so good.
The thing is, like, I look at Everclear or something like Bacardi 151, you know, like that level. You don't get that. You don't get that caustic
Well, there's
stuff.
that. Yeah, exactly.
caustic.
There's the cost.
But I mean, it doesn't drink super low proof to me.
No, definitely not. It
I
doesn't
mean,
drink
I can
super
feel
well,
it packs a
but-
punch. I mean, it's so flavorful though. I mean, that's like the clarity of the flavors is what I really like of this, and the breadth. I mean, there's nothing else that does it.
Yeah.
I feel like as well as this. I mean, Stagg. I mean, we're talking about George T. Stagg as a comparable thing. I mean, you think about like 1792 full proof. No, it doesn't really do it. Elijah Craig barrel proof. No, it doesn't really do it. This consistently for me
always stood out.
hits those categories so clearly. But
Well said about the clarity. I think clarity is what you're paying for here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm excited to try the rest, but boy,
Yeah.
I can sit here and sip this
I may
all day.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I'm
may
going to be
keep
like,
this one throughout. This one just kind of come back to as a
it's
reference.
like, did you dilute this for me? Because, boy.
All right, guys, let's move on to 2019's release. Alrighty. 2019, we saw it coming in at 123.2 proof. There's the bottle. I mean, these bottles are exactly the same up until we get to the, whatever it is, 2020 release, 2021 release. I don't have a strong memory of this one. I don't know why.
I think it got kind of diluted by many weird releases that year.
I don't remember why. I spilled a tremendous amount. As you know, I have trouble pouring this bottle.
Yeah,
We'll roll the clip.
Yeah.
The proof has come back to bourbon.
All right, moving on. So,
You fucking idiot!
I feel like I have more on the outside
I spilled
than
a lot.
in.
I have a hard time with this.
Coats the glass.
I personally,
on the outside.
I didn't mind the way this one looked, the old one, but I much prefer the new bottle. It's easier to pour. It looks fine. All right, 123.2. How are we on nose? We're down a little bit of proof.
I can tell you exactly what I get.
Oh, it's so different.
I get vanilla. This is
Yeah,
vanilla.
it's more spice. There's more of like the baking spice, but less of the peppery spice, less floral.
And I want to say
Quieter.
the breath feels constricted.
Slightly more kind of unhinged wood, a little bit in the back. I can smell it.
But it's almost like a white wood.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say it's
wood.
uncharred or something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree.
Like a-
Yeah. But the
like they're
vanilla
at
is
Home
really
Depot.
forward on this one. Like the previous one, I would say, there's
really
no
nice.
doubt. There's no doubt. It doesn't matter how terrible your nose is.
Oh,
the
this one-
first
yeah.
one, you're going to be like,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
you're
this is
gonna
a
get all
fruit.
of it. Yeah.
This one, you're going to be like, I
Let's-
need to search a little bit more for the fruit. But the vanilla is
And the
front and
floral.
center.
Oh, wait. I was going to say less caramelized sugars, but they're actually there.
No,
They're
there's
just-
they're there,
this is
but-
there, yeah.
I'm going to actually compare. This is the...
It's almost like white cake.
wow. It's really the spice.
It is spicier now.
The old one was spicier on the nose to me. But let's try the palate.
Oh, yeah. On the palate,
they're different.
it's spicier.
It's very different.
Woo!
Oh, wow. The rye spice really pops. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that rye.
Rye spice really comes through on this
Whoa.
one.
Even on the finish.
Yeah, on the finish, too.
It's, yeah, not as good.
Not as
Teetering
good.
on bitterness,
Yeah.
right?
I agree.
Like on the finish, oh, man.
But I think out of this context, I wonder how it would have tasted. You know, if you didn't just drink this one.
Look, I mean, okay.
Well, it's
so,
gonna be amazing.
let's think, relatively speaking,
Yeah.
if you had this bottle versus 99% of the crap that's on the shelf
This
at
will
Total
stand.
Wine,
This will win.
yeah, this will
Yeah.
win. Okay, but relative to kind of the standard of the first
Yeah.
release, you know, it's found wanting, right?
It's heavy on the rye spice.
That's the story here. Because it's
baking
even really
spices are
drying
in
from
there,
that
but
now.
it kind of covers them all up. The rye
maybe
spice.
maybe if you are a rye fan,
Yeah, this is.
and I think this is around the time where like rye started to get really prominent, right? People, it used to be a very small percentage, and then now it kind of exploded. And we were always kind of like, well, traditionally we never gravitated toward rye because there's that medicinal component.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, I think they're exploring and kind of experimenting with
more rye forward.
Yeah. So
All right,
But
interesting.
not medicinal.
Not medicinal, no.
medicinal.
Just a spicy.
Teetering on the bitterness, yeah.
good sweetness though.
Should we move on to 2020?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, 2020 now. This is a newer bottle because I didn't save mine if I even got it that year. I don't even remember. And we couldn't find another one.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, I was able to order one, but this is actually the export one that went to Europe. But it is 123.6, as you can see there. So a little bit higher than the prior year. But as you can see there, this one came from the UK. It was the
700.
exported version of it. 70 centiliters as they do
Oh,
there.
centi.
So this one maybe, might need a little bit more airtime. Maybe we should have poured it earlier.
Do we call it? It's the COVID patch.
I mean, maybe that's
COVID
why I
batch
didn't end
proof.
up getting it that year. Because of
soon?
COVID or something. And I was just so
Maybe.
busy drinking my own. Oh my gosh, I spill so much out of these
Dude,
bottles.
I got
So,
I got it all in my hand. It didn't even get on the
covers my
table.
hand, yeah. It's hilarious.
All right, 2020 release. How is the nose?
I smell all of it in my fingers.
Okay, we're back a little bit more similar to the
Yeah.
2018.
Because I'm getting floral again.
It's almost fruitier, like red fruits to me. I'm getting more like that cherry,
yeah, stone fruit,
stone fruit.
very ripe,
Yeah, the fruit's really highlighted in this. Less of the wood, less of the spices.
slightly less jam. This is more like
Brighter.
summer
Yeah,
fruit,
summer fruit.
brighter.
Fresher fruit, lightly cooked maybe.
Struggling with the floral that I could easily
getting
get
it.
in the first one. So this is missing that, but very pleasant.
No, it's definitely more than the.
This is a very bright
2019.
summer fruit, ripe fruits.
Yeah, this is mostly fruit. There's a
stone
little
fruits,
bit of. I get a little bit of floral.
Me too.
nectarine.
Definitely more
Peach.
than what was in the 2019. So.
Yeah,
Not that much.
Oh man,
grape.
I'm getting a lot of cooked peach though.
Peach,
lot
but
of
not
fruits.
not that much grape though.
Yeah, not
get-
much grape.
cherry and peach and apricot.
Yeah,
I get a lot of cherry. Like this is like a cherry cola on the nose for me. I don't use that a lot, but this one really is for me. Doesn't have the effervescence per se, but it's like
Yeah,
it's got a lot of that
that's
cherry and a lot of that good caramelized sweetness. All right,
Good.
let's go in. It's oaky.
wood.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It leads with wood.
leads with wood, but there is fruitiness in there.
The fruit at the finish.
It balances it. It's weird. It's like it goes in the wood direction, but it still
It balances out.
balances out in the.
But the
well,
finish
but it's
is
definitely
but it's
weighted.
weighed. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
all wood and oak, And then it trails off, and as the oak washes out, then you get the fruit.
Which is so interesting because
It's a nice finish, though, dude.
yeah, because usually when something's oaky, the finish is so oaky and it gets off-putting. This one's like the opposite.
Opposite, yeah.
You get the oak.
Yeah, that's
up
why
front.
I felt like I was imagining
Weird
a seesaw
experience.
like going like this.
That's so weird, man.
That's a
weird
weird-
experience. To be able to end on fruit.
And to start with oak and end on fruit.
Yeah.
I can't.
Whoa, it's consistent. Consistently,
Yeah, isn't that
you
weird?
get that wood component.
Wood up front, fruity finish.
How does that work? Because
Dude, you know what's crazy too? Because it's like I feel mid palate, it starts to dry for me. But then the fruit comes
kicks
in,
in.
and it's like,
getting
wow,
fruitier,
it's
though.
like oily, yeah.
Like every progressive sip gets
Yeah.
fruitier. I bet you like if this sits out for like 20 minutes, it'll probably be
Just mostly
really, really well balanced. Wow.
yeah, you know what?
It's arguably more interesting than the 2018.
Yeah, the stuff that I get on the aroma is when I get like at the 2/3, 3/3. Yeah, right? That part.
Equals 1.
At the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's flipped. It's like the palate is
So
flipped. Because
weird.
traditionally these days, you get a new, front end flavors are fruity and big, and then it ends with this nasty oak or something
Yeah.
like that. This is like the opposite. It's not even nasty oak. It starts with very nice oak.
Yeah.
Not tannic, but like maybe like it's going to start drying, and then all these fruit
Dude,
flavors
the fruit
come
comes
in.
in, and it's wow. Lovely.
I might like this. It's different. It might be a little more interesting in some ways. Than
It's
the
more
2018.
academic for me.
Yeah.
Rather than something that I would probably... I wouldn't reach for this. You know?
I think I would. This is really intriguing.
I think I would not.
I don't know.
Because I think
this
there
high
are
proof?
modern ones that...
123.6.
No.
There are modern ones that I felt like were more balanced. Like where this falters
Maybe.
to me
Yeah, it's
is
not- it's-
it's
it would be
interesting, but like
unbalanced.
the balance
It's
would
just
not be
unbalanced,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
But the experience is so interesting.
Exactly. It's such a fun drink.
Yeah.
it's
right.
weird that the stuff that I get on the Roma is at the 2/3. Starts at the like a
Yeah, the fruits. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really extremely interesting. It's almost like chocolatey up front too. Like you get that?
Yeah.
I keep getting vanilla too.
Yeah. That's what I mean. This is the most interesting one so far. I do still think the 2018 is probably the best overall presentation.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, the most balanced.
the most balanced.
Describe it.
Yeah.
This one definitely seesaws, but
all right,
the
well-
finish is amazing.
We're not even halfway through. Let's get into the 2021 release. All right, 2021. I don't know what happened to me there. This one, we got the new bottle design. We also have, I believe, our highest proof one, right? 128.3. Man, I did some damage to this one, huh?
Guess he liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I often go back to these bottles. I mean, this is a release that I've always tried to pick up, and I just enjoy sipping on. Dylan is a Stag fanboy, and I'm kind of a Woodford fanboy, so.
Well, when Stag became ridiculously difficult and overpriced, I just bought these by the cases.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, I mean, I think we're also kind of in the minority on this. I think a lot of the whiskey tube community kind of craps on these bottles. They think, oh, it's overpriced for a non-aged state of bourbon. At the end of the day, I don't care. If
Good
you pour
is
me
good.
this, it's good. I don't
is
care if it
good.
doesn't have an age statement. These flavors, this presentation it's fantastic. I'd love for it to be cheaper and more available, but it isn't.
Well, I mean, if you buy it in bulk,
Okay, yeah. Some of us don't.
it
have
was
that
really
option.
great because when you buy it in bulk, they throw in like
How many times
other
did you say the
stuff.
word bulk?
And I will say when we get to it, I don't know which one it is, but one of these. Yeah, I think it was this one.
Little tornadoes going on.
One of these, like they gave me a Stag.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Wow, what's going on here? It's almost like bubble gum. It's like a baking spice and fruit.
There's something weird happening.
There's a lot of baking spice.
I feel like also there's a ceiling to it.
I'm getting like
It's like candy. Fruit.
no, I'm getting almost like a menthol, like a minty component.
I'm not getting.
Yeah, and then I'm getting like that. You're absolutely right about the bubble gum.
It's like bubble gum. This is what I keep going back to, like bubble gum or like.
That's why I was thinking like double mint.
juicy fruit,
No,
for
I was
sure.
thinking more double mint.
What was the one
Oh
with
no,
the
what's the
zebra?
baseball stuff? No, that
Oh, Big
baseball.
League Chew?
Yeah, it's like that. Like you just open a bag
No,
of
it's
that.
like the fruit stripe. That's what I'm
I
getting.
it's
hated
like
that.
Big
I
League
hated
Chew,
that. I
man.
hated that.
Big League Chew.
Dude,
Bubblicious?
I would just keep the pack of that as like an air freshener.
Bubblicious?
I don't know. It's got some sort of gum, like chewing gum thing going on for me,
Double the mint? Double the fun?
but like not as much caramelized sugar.
No.
No wood. Maybe a little bit of wood, but a lot of fruit. But like really raw fruit.
Yeah, it's very like
Should we go on?
To me, it's minty. It's raw fruits.
No floral.
Raw
for me.
summer fruits.
I'm not
Slightly
getting any
ripe.
floral.
No floral.
Yeah.
Wow, I get the mint on the palate. It's almost like another one of these.
Me too.
Rye
Double mint
forward.
Right up
man.
front.
So we're going like traditional rye. We're getting more of the rye spice. A lot more. Wow.
No, that minty though, man, is like an Altoid.
At the
burst
beginning,
At
though.
the very beginning,
Yeah.
you know.
I still get it at the end.
But it's mellowed.
I feel like
It's mellowed for sure for me.
I'm drinking a mint, like mint candy.
What would happen if you put Mentos in bourbon?
The Fresh Maker?
This is a lot like the 2019,
2019.
for me.
Mint.
Yeah, mint, rye forward. Not my favorite.
Yeah,
Not bad.
this doesn't like represent the brand at its peak, I think. But
It's the counterpoint to this one, to the 2019.
It's the rye.
yeah,
It's the rye forward. Yeah,
not my favorite, but still good.
not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we move on to 2022, guys?
Stu?
Alrighty, guys, pass on down 2022's release. Now, there's actually two. So this is number one. This is the 118.4 proof. And should we do these at the same time?
Well, let's try this and then we'll go.
All right,
I'll get more glasses then.
go get the glasses. We'll do them.
I said we'll do them.
We'll do 'em.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, everything's going to crap here. All right, so I'm going to pour the 118 in the red glass.
Did you hurt yourself?
Who?
You.
Jules? Me? How did I hurt myself?
Because you went. Oh, well,
No, did I? Did you hurt yourself? And then there's the 119.8. So let's talk a little bit about this. This was, I believe, I've heard, an exclusive one bottled for Costco. And I don't know if they just had two batches this year and different places got different batches, or if it truly was a special one specifically for Costco. So both of them are around the same proof point. 119. What is that one?
118.
118.
118.4.
And 119.8. So actually almost 2 points higher.
Oh.
All right. So let's start with the 118, the red sticker here.
Red.
This is the 118. It's the 119.
How's the nose on the red? On the red. Oh yeah.
You get the sweetness. You get
Sweetness
that
is
caramel
bad.
sweetness, man.
Yeah, this is more caramel.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
That is nice.
I do get a little bit of grain though.
I'm not detecting.
I'd have to
it.
tease it out.
I get it.
All right.
But the fruitiness is good too. But
Fruit
it's
is really
more
good,
it's
though.
more brown sugars.
And now let's try the 119.
Oh,
What's going on here?
Interesting. Less fruit.
Subdued.
less fruit and
Subdued.
even it's like white sugar,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
right?
I agree. It's not a fruit sugar.
not
It's
fruit.
not fructose.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like you had a bowl of fruit and you put the sugar on it to start
Yeah.
like getting it to do that thing. And this is when you just started it.
Yeah.
And this is after you let it sit overnight.
It's caramelized. Oh, this is
Yeah, I mean,
it's
on
very
the
different.
nose.
No, but you know what though? The 118 has more grain. The 119 does not.
I don't know. I'm not getting the grain.
I'm not getting
aroma.
any grain on
No,
that.
I get the grain.
I don't know.
Dude,
Oh, it's
you-
right
you
there,
really
man.
gotta
It is
tease that
so
out.
it's so clear.
I'm just getting the sugars, man.
Gotta
The
get a
brown
new.
sugar.
You gotta get a new nose
Yeah, I know that.
or brain.
Well, my hairs don't go as long as yours.
All right, let's try the red sticker, the 118.
Your lack of understanding of physiology is shocking.
Doesn't translate to the palate. Wow, it's almost bitter.
That's
You get grain,
That's what I'm
man.
thinking. It's
I'm getting
bitter.
grain.
Tannic on the
You got
finish.
grain now, right?
Nope.
Tannic.
Tannic wood.
Okay, I get the tannic on the finish, but I get the grain in the front.
Surprisingly tannic. Whoa.
I'm getting on the front too.
Maybe a tiny
grain.
bit, but it's like quick.
Yeah, it's just like a shot of it, and then I just get on
That finish,
tannic.
that finish is
After that.
messing me up.
Wow,
It's really drying.
my super taster palate is overwhelmed here.
What do you mean?
The low proof.
No, the tannic.
Tannic. Yeah, tannic messes. That's why I had to go for more water. All right. Let's try the 119.
Okay.
Better.
Way better.
Finish is way better.
Sweeter up front, no tannic oak.
Sweeter at the finish.
Sweeter at the finish. A little bit. I taste the ethanol for the first time in this. Strangely.
On the 119?
Yeah. Like in the finish, I get like a little bit of like an ethanol thing coming through.
Oh.
And it may just be playing off the tannic.
finish.
But it's
I'm
on,
getting that.
you get that? Yeah. Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that, but
It could be the leftover tannic.
yeah.
okay. I don't know if it's that, but I do think that there's a balance issue for both of them. Less so on the 119.
Yeah, I think the 119 is pretty good. I enjoy this one. It's not a full spectrum presentation the way this. I mean, just for reference, I'm going to go back and nose and taste the 2018 one more time. Oh my gosh, that nose. Just
it's
nose
so
it.
different. It's so different.
Wow, why can't they just keep doing this every year? I mean, they were really close with this, the 123.
They might be just expanding production, and so with
Dude, just on the nose.
production
alone,
increases, you get
Wow.
The variations.
sometimes you get that
Reduction in
decrease, right?
quality.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the 118. I got to say, this is my least favorite one so far. I prefer the rye forward ones over this. The tannic hit at the end is just off-putting for me.
Man.
I don't like it. The 119 is fine. Not my favorite out of the bunch. There's some good fruit flavors. A little bit of that grain up front.
Yeah, I do get that.
But both of these are kind of average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Not my favorites. Shall we move on?
Okay.
Just okay.
All right.
Danny.
Let's go to 2023. Alrighty. 2023 release. That's the wrong one.
The wrong one.
Dylan, you want to show it?
Sure.
Since it's down there by you. 124.7. All right, you want to pass it down? We will get it poured. Actually, you should
Dylan will
Dylan.
pour it?
Don't break. Ah, fine.
Let's go crazy, guys.
Oh, whatever.
Let's see what happens.
Chug, 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 chug. Chug, chug, chug,
Now I'm going to sip it and drink it before you even finish.
chug, chug, chug.
Look at this. No spill.
Well, those bottles are
Right
better.
there.
It's a perfection. There's nothing there.
Better nothing.
In Dutch's defense, he has not spilled since we moved to
Yeah,
this.
it's these. man.
These
These
ones,
suck.
we got the nice coating.
Okay, so what's our proof point again? 124?
27?
124.7.
Oh, 124%.
How are we on the nose?
You put it all over the bottle.
No. Nothing.
Does this have
Oh.
some grain?
No. I don't get any grain.
It's fruit.
I think I'm getting the grain hit on this.
I think I'm getting grain too. I
You
think
need to
I'm
get a new glass.
cooked grain mixed in. Yeah.
But I am getting the fruits.
It's really pleasant.
Yeah, very pleasant.
And I'm getting floral.
I'm getting floral on this. Yeah, it's almost more floral than any of the other ones, I think.
Yes. Well, now that you say it, it's all I'm getting is the floral.
Yeah, it's quite floral.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
prominent.
potpourri floral.
Yeah.
All right, palate. It's like
It's thin
grainy.
and grainy on the finish.
I'm getting green
I'm
in the
getting
mid palate.
sweetness in the front.
Like a cooked grain.
It's kind of thin for me.
I'm not getting a thinness per se.
Yeah, I don't get thin.
It's not very sweet.
What is it? It's more savory.
Yeah, it's savory.
Savory.
It's like
than-
oatmeal.
than-
Like unsweetened oatmeal. Like unsweetened cooked grain like that. Like
I mean, there's a sweetness to the grain, but not
Yeah,
like the sugar.
but not
It's
sugary,
not brown
yeah.
sugar. It's not, and it's not the fructose.
I think I know what you mean. It's not really even savory for me. It's like, it's that thickness of the oatmeal, though, that's unsweetened. You know? Like
okay, second sip I get a little bit of like you put a little white sugar on it. That's interesting. It's very like hearty almost. Like it's I don't dislike it, but it's not particularly like speaking to me.
I feel like this is a batch where it could have been improved if they took out the oak a little more. Because if they took out the oak more, then I think it would have pushed the fruits forward, and so that you can taste that. But here,
They needed a sweeter
like
couple barrels.
analyze the finish.
The finish is
You're
fine.
definitely getting the wood component. It's like 50% wood, 50%.
I like the
like
finish actually.
the fruit flavor.
To me, it's the mid palate that suffers on this.
I think mid palate on to finish suffers.
I don't know. I don't mind the finish.
It reads
It's
as
really
thin to me
interesting
compared
because
to
we
the other
had
ones.
this before,
You know,
and actually, I think Dutch liked it. I got him an extra bottle. I have a case of this because I remember tasting it and going like, "Hey, you know what? This is pretty good."
But it doesn't like hold up for.
But
some
when
reason.
I
in the context,
yeah, within
context
that,
speaking.
you
This
kind of
could
see
be-
the warts.
this
right?
could be one of
the
those
weakest
where in a vacuum it's very interesting. But having this context of other ones with a lot of sweetness or a lot of spice,
Or the baseline, amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is opening up.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna come back to this one. I remember buying a backup of this. I remember you getting me a backup because I was like, the first time I had it, I was like, wow, I really enjoy drinking this one.
Me too.
It reads us so thin for me.
I don't get the thinness at all, actually.
And maybe I'm just like, because it's like weak.
Well, let's come back to this one. And
weird.
Let's see if it changes. It opens up.
Okay, I'll get more glasses.
And we'll get into the last one, the 2024 release. All right, Dylan, you want to show that last one?
Sure.
I'm glad you handed it to him.
Yeah. Because I had to.
He wouldn't have picked it up, actually. So this is the 121.2.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
What are you talking about? Still a Sprite.
What?
I like how you cover it with it.
So this is the
What?
2020.
I like how you're trying to find every fault. There's
Every
nothing
time.
here. Folks, can you see anything here?
He's like, there's nothing here. I can see it from
Exactly.
I got this at the beginning. I don't know. This came out, and I was lucky enough to get one. And
Oh yeah, I remember you got this early.
I got it really early. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I got it from.
Yeah.
And it's still out there as of the filming of this. I don't know when this episode's going to come out, of course. But how's the nose?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
That's really good.
we're back.
Back.
You getting the sweetness? I'm getting the
Oh,
floral.
I'm getting a lot of
This is
vanilla.
like a little bit toned down version of the original.
I get
feel like.
vanilla.
It's a sweet pastry.
This is very sweet. Oh man, I gotta rethink this now.
Oh, this is really good.
My little
I'm also
grocery
getting
store-
spice out of this. that
My
I wasn't
grocery
getting.
store, they can't sell this.
Really?
Really?
I've seen it out there. I haven't been picking it up because I'm like no backups. But this is.
Dude,
Did
I'm
you just
getting-
taste it? Let's taste it.
I haven't tasted it yet.
I would get that cola again.
Yeah, it's like 2018 Junior.
Yes.
It's not quite as loud as this one.
Yeah. Just a
it-
little sub.
It's a little more
right
oaky.
underneath.
The wood comes through a little bit more, but it's really good.
Effervescent.
It's really good.
I think what it is too, it's not hitting the high notes of the
But
fruit.
is that just because
Really
we've had
interesting.
yeah, maybe
7?
and then like
Well, let me
blown
compare
palate.
it. Let me compare it.
Let's compare it, guys. 2018.
No, 2018.
Yeah, you're right. The nose, everything's just louder on this one,
There's no way.
but very much in the same vein. I feel like it's.
This is definitely a closer representation compared to everything else.
I think this,
Maybe
this
this,
one,
yeah.
and that one. So it's 2018, 2019, and 2024. To me,
I think the balance is better. They,
2018?
No.
Then
of the rest,
of
yeah.
the rest, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like they were losing.
well, I think it's more drinkable, perhaps. For a lot of people, they may taste this 2018 and be like, "Wow, that's fire." Like, and this one might be more approachable for some people that are maybe newer to bourbon.
No, man, this does not drink hot.
It's pretty intense. You guys are just jaded.
I never drank Woodford Batch Proof and said, "Whoa, this is really intense."
I don't know. I think it punches.
I'm not getting it.
Really?
I've never
Whatever.
had that.
I mean, I love Woodford. But to me, it's always been like, in some ways, less approachable for people. I think because it does highlight the wood and it does highlight the spice. I
This
love
is
it.
so balanced, dude, and this gets really close.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
that.
the way they blend Woodford,
Yeah.
it is unique on the shelf,
Yeah.
and it's kind of interesting because
It's getting better as it sits too.
I mean, the thing is, we're so distracted by all these like limited edition and this coming from some, new distillery here and there, a new company that got some totes or whatever. I like all this noise. And at the end of the day, if you kind of look at Woodford and what they're doing, and the way that they're blending this stuff and when they're batching the stuff, I think they do try to highlight the wood in a very kind of distinct way compared to most other releases, because they actually try to use the wood as almost like the platter. I sometimes talk about peated scotches. I like it because the peat
Platter, yeah.
Provides the contrast to the sweetness. And I think they do that here. And that's what I look for in Woodford. And I think that's what's unique about Woodford. So I think this is surprising.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a good representation.
really good representation. And I mean, Woodford's also interesting in that its core lineup is basically like 2 bottles, right? They've got regular Woodford and then double oaked. And then they have the special releases, which is pretty interesting in this day and age.
I mean, they have the Rise now. And
Yeah, they got
all
the.
that
I guess
stuff,
you're right.
yeah.
The Rise
The
and the
wheat.
All right, I'm wrong.
Not just 2, but
I just think of it the bourbons.
I mean,
guess,
these are the
but-
ones that matter, and it's
Yeah.
really good.
All right, guys. Should we get to a recap?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's try the one we set aside here. The other one, the 120, the 119, right?
Yeah. Or was it?
Or is it the 120?
No. It was 124.7.
124.
Oh,
It's a little better.
it's opened up.
Yeah, that is opened up. Still not my favorite.
Still woody.
The finish is really weak for me.
Yeah, finish is weaker. This 121, the 2024, excellent. Really like
Better
that one.
balance.
Better balance.
Better balance.
Really good bottle. And the old standby, the 125 that we set aside. Oh man, that was just so good.
Okay. I get your point about it is a bit fiery compared to. Yeah,
It is.
No, you're right.
Yikes.
You're right.
Yikes. It's just too good.
It's really good though.
So a little ultimately redemption
Ultimately-
arc here
Yeah.
because I feel like they're returning to form with this most recent release, kind of matching a
It gets
lot.
close, but
gets
it's
close. Still not
it doesn't
there.
top it, but
Standouts, obviously, this. I think also the 123.4 was a standout, or 123.6, sorry, and the 121.
yeah.
I think those 3 clear standouts. Now, if you're a rye person, these were pretty good. These were kind of a little
Oak.
more.
These were all.
These two, the 118, 119, not their finest show.
Yeah, something's.
Something dipped there.
Here's the other things I remember in a vacuum, trying all 3 of these and really liking them.
No, I just remember
They would be, though.
124.7 being. I was wowed by it.
I was.
That's
too.
why I went out and just got a case of
I
it.
know, and I think that's we've
I
had
think
this.
it still would be in a vacuum. I
yeah.
think just with this context, it does throw it off.
We've had that happen before, where you have things in certain context,
Yeah.
and it suffers. Whereas you have it by itself. Like if we came back to this tomorrow morning after we had before
It's
we had
probably going to
everything,
be amazing.
Yeah, it's like when we do blinds, right? It's
Yeah.
back to back to back to back, and you have some of this kind of.
Now, the benefit here is that in this context of this release, I think we can kind of safely say there are clear differences here. Now,
Yeah.
Yep.
in a lot of ways, I feel like we should have done this backwards now
Yeah.
because it sucks to start with the biggest, boldest, punchiest one
Sure.
and then keep working forward from there because everything's going to suffer compared to this.
Yeah.
If we had started with the 2024 and worked our way this way, I think we would have had a very different experience, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know if it'd be very different.
I think it
I
would.
feel like you can't understand the components of this without the first one.
Well, that's why I'm
Obviously,
going to.
You need your baseline, but he's saying if your baseline is this,
That's what I mean. Like starting with
then
a
you're
little bit
progressing,
a subdued
right.
version of this is the baseline, and then work this way. You're like, oh, this one's interesting because it highlights that. This-
No, I feel like that
don't
one
know.
had like let's say the full spectrum. All of these other ones highlight sections of
No, I
it
don't
and kind
know.
of going back and forth.
except
No,
this one
I-
had like fiery breath, man. Versus,
No.
I think I'm with Dutch on that.
So both statements
no.
just cut. Irrelevant.
I swear.
I don't know how best to describe it other than dumb. But you know, like I think you need a foundation first.
That's
And
what I'm
then you
saying.
have to figure out
It would have been
Obviously,
better to
but that's
start
why
with
he's
that
saying
one.
that, yeah.
No, this is not the foundation.
I know,
Do I need to
but-
draw it out for you?
No,
That's not how it works.
Jeez.
Right here, I'm gonna draw it out.
no, no.
You're not
please,
thinking
no.
fourth dimensionally,
You're not thinking.
Dylan. God.
Time is a construct.
Okay. So look,
Oh, here we go. Cut and
Cut
cut.
and
this right here is let's say the first one. Okay,
line.
118 is something like this.
This doesn't make any sense. to me.
Okay, that's what you're getting in terms of the spectrum.
Horrible.
So you're
presentation.
getting different versions of this, right? Okay, you're getting different flavor profiles in that spectrum, but you need this to understand this. So this is why you want the first one. You want to start with the first one.
The defense
Jeez.
is Wong.
I was watching that actually this morning. Pause attraction.
Are you sure? I'm positive.
Did she really know about pause attraction? Okay. So what's the conclusion?
Dylan's
Go
wrong.
go out and buy it.
Physics cease to exist in his brain.
I'm probably going to continue to buy it just because.
I'd buy this.
Yeah, but
This is clearly a really
what's the
good-
next one going to be? I think if Woodford can recapture this lightning in a bottle here.
No, but we've seen the progression. This is going to go rye forward.
You think
Calling
so?
it now.
I don't know, but what about these anomalies, the oaky ones? I mean, like, I think.
True. They go back to oaky form. I feel like a rye's
I'm starting to.
Because, dude, there hasn't been a rye
Yeah.
since then.
If we were to take Stag, I think we'd have a similar journey. Like, there are batches of Stag that are transcendently good, right? Like this. And there are batches of Stag that are, like, undrinkably tannic to me. You know? And I think that's kind of a good.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
has that issue too. I think it operates in a narrower bandwidth, maybe, where like the highs aren't as high as this, but the lows aren't necessarily as low as whatever this one was, the red one, 118, 119.
Yeah, I generally agree with that because I think the same applies with the breath of it.
Breath?
Yeah, like breath.
You mean like this?
Not like that.
You mean like
Drunk.
Is there a
this?
D in that word or not?
Exactly. Breath of the wild.
Chicken?
Chicken nut.
Wow.
All right, it's starting, guys. I'm sorry. All right, I don't have anything else, any other words of wisdom other than if this were not like $100 and something bottle, I would recommend it to people to pick up. Now, if price isn't that big of an issue for you, I would say pick it up every year because you never know if you're going to have another gem on your
I
hands.
think I say for sure pick this up, especially if you missed out on this.
Yeah, I think if you can still find the 2024, I think it's a good one to pick up.
Yep. That's the conclusion out of this.
I mean, it's out there.
It's out there. What are you going to buy on the shelf today?
You're not going to buy any. Yeah.
that compares to these flavors?
You're not.
I mean, it's really good.
Yep.
We could probably put this up against the most recent batch of Stag.
If we could get that.
Taste off. Let's go.
Should we just do it in this drink through?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey guys, let's see
do
what
it.
happens.
Where's this? Which one is this thing?
Glasses. All right, so we grabbed Stag 22C, I think it is. What is that?
What did you get? 22A.
22A is just what we had here on set. Grab the stickers, and let's compare. So we're comparing the most recent, the 2024 release of Woodford. If we had a 24 release of Stag, we'd compare it, but we don't have one on hand. And we'll put a green sticker on the Stag, and we're doing the 121 point. What is it? 121.2 Woodford.
Okay, what's what? What's this?
Stag.
Okay.
And the 121.
So
The 2024.
2021.
Oh.
Did you grab the wrong one?
No, it's very different. But interesting.
How is it? Oh, wow. I think it's a better nose.
The Stag is better.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I think the Woodford's better.
Woodford's better.
This is like the brown sugar stuff.
Yeah.
This is like white
No,
sugars.
no.
Maybe.
Stag is better.
I disagree.
Stag is
Jules.
better.
It's not significant.
The grape is.
There's grape. I agree with you. There is grape on the green on the Stag, but I think I like the Woodford nose a little better. A little more well-rounded. It's not just for,
When you go back and forth, the Woodford grain comes through.
just for S's and G's. I'm going to try the 125. And not even close. If only.
Oh.
All right, palate. Stag is so sweet tasting now.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is weird. But I think it's the white sugar.
It's almost like, oh my gosh, it's like a candy.
I would take the Woodford over it personally.
Me too.
I think Stag.
It's a little tannic on the finish.
I think it's time for the blind.
It's tannic. I don't like the tannic.
Let's go, man.
The flavors are good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I think I see.
But I'm getting a little bit of tannic on the finish of the green, and it just speaks to me as like,
I think I'm with you. I'm getting tannic on the green. Finish.
I don't know.
Yeah. Dutch is right.
it's good.
Your ears are
I
bleeding.
mean, I would be very happy to sip on either one of these.
Man,
totally.
It's just really messing me up because it's just blending together now.
It's actually, they're both really good.
They are
like,
good.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
We're nitpicking.
I guess my point would be, this Woodford's sitting on the shelf right now, right? You want to do a blind?
I'll just do a blind for myself.
All right. Let's see if Dylan,
No, I gotta figure this out.
take the stickers Put a stick.
There's a sticker on the bottom, man.
So just don't touch the bottom.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Don't
Did you
touch
mix
the
it
bottom.
up? Did you mix it up?
Mix them up, Jules. There, put a rogue sticker on the other one. Now mix them up. You can hear that. He cheats anyway, dude. He's gonna look at it in the camera.
Okay, is it done?
It's done.
No looking. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Are your eyes closed? All right, nose, which one's better?
This one.
All right. Palate, which one's
Whatever
better?
that is. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question before you tell me which one's better. How big is the delta in your preference?
This is better for me.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question I asked you.
The Delta?
Yeah. Because you're wrong.
As wide as the Mississippi. Nah, it's
2x?
no,
Oh, dig that old dude. Dig that
like 1.3.
Okay, all right, that's fair. All right,
All right. Which
So-
one did I pick?
you cheated, but that's fine. We
Which one
saw.
did I pick?
We saw you looking at the
You
bottom.
like your stag.
All right.
Yeah, no. Of course, Dylan loves his stack.
Prove nothing.
No, I proved it to myself.
He doesn't care about.
You don't
Yeah,
even care.
yeah, you're here?
He doesn't even care about himself, is my point.
I guess my takeaway from this is, if these were both sitting on the
You'll
shelf,
enjoy both of it.
yeah, if they're both sitting on the shelf at MSRP, I'm probably gonna grab them both.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
Come
the
on.
stag a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the price is better, right?
Just sell some.
MSRP,
MSRP. It's dumb how they're pricing it at like $250.
like side by side. Like
Yeah.
I don't have a strong.
There's no real argument for
I do
either.
slightly prefer this, but not. It's.
It's just your preference.
I'm totally
for the
happy
day.
sipping either one of these, and I think that's my take home from this is sure if I see stag for MSRP, I'm totally gonna grab it, but I never see it,
Yeah.
and when I do see it, it's priced $200,
$250.
$250. I'm totally grabbing the Woodford because I'm getting 99% of the experience.
Oh man, this is you're getting a grain. Yeah, you can get it for cheaper.
If you're lucky.
If you're, yeah.
I mean, we've all had those moments.
Yeah, at Lucky. Yeah, you can get it at Lucky for.
And
I'm
then you're
gonna go
buying
back.
two others, a benchmark.
You know, I'm going to be very happy that I've got a backup. You know, we were laughing at Ben Richards when he bought so many of this, the 125. I'm not laughing at him anymore.
Or mean.
You're a mean person. That's why you're laughing. I did not laugh. Let me just say.
You chuckled.
He was part of my weeder. Wow.
I'm kind of laughing.
Comment below, Ben Richards. Where are you?
Whatever. Jules and I are going to go visit him. You wouldn't even
Exactly.
come because you hate him.
What are, yeah, there are pictures of Ben Richards and me at the bar, and he ordered Shanks and I ordered Bomberger, and he goes like, mine was better.
There are pictures where he said that? All right.
Don't you know pictures
Called, like,
now
moving
move?
Isn't that like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
All right, anyway, guys, we've devolved.
I don't watch that because it's of the occult.
Oh, I thought it was because it's not for you. Anyway, Jules, please take it out.
Please keep that in. Please keep that in, editor.
Dutch.
AI.
Glad I edited
Tell us
this
what you
thing,
guys
man.
think in the comments
AI.
below. Use a thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, let us know how you feel. Subscribe for more videos. Curiosity Pub. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program on YouTube and Patreon. We are also selling t-shirts. That's another great way to help us out. Links in the description. And we have a podcast out on the major platforms. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and ignore that.
Stay curious.
Why isn't it to scale or painted?
Dylan likes his witches.
Stay in.
Wow, that has to stay in.
Harry Potter.
Wow.
A eunuch.
A Unix system?
Stupid.
And that's the end right there.
Wow.
We did a horrible recap.
Well, let's redo it.
Eunuch. Oh, we are.
Buy. I still buy it. I don't know. I got nothing.
I
Bye.
like how that's the recap.
Yeah, you know.
Bye.
We're gonna do a recap. Bye.
Bye. This is stupid.